Alright, welcome back to another Guild War. This time we're against Lightning, and we're going to take a look at a few defenses. We're going to talk through kind of the theory behind how to attack them best, and hopefully get good results. So let's start it off. I was looking at this defense, Lips. What I like about this is it's got the Light Chasun, which I just need practice fighting, and then the Seara and the Speed Lead Commune is going to heal him up. So it's basically going to be tons of heals for a most likely tanky Seara, so how to deal with it. The first team is interesting because it's got a Wedge at, which I think is a Nat 5. I want to double check and see what he does. So it's 2 LD Nat 5s, light Nat 5s in this case. So this passive is Duty of the Monarch, recovers the attack bar of the ally with the lowest attack bar by 30% every turn. So whoever's lowest is getting a 30% boost and increases that ally's attack power for 1 turn. So he's kind of like a Raccoony, except you get speed along with the attack bar and you get 30% instead of 15% on Raccoony's first skill, which is neat that it's a passive, so you don't even have to do the first skill to get this benefit. Increases the defense of all allies and decreases the chances of them receiving crits on a 5-turn cooldown, probably lower when it's skilled, and then decreases the attack bar. So defense up, crit chance down, and the attack bar recovery with the attack up. Kind of crazy. And of course he's got 2 amazing defensive monsters with him in the Panda and Varad. So that's going to be, I think the first team is going to be a big challenge, but we're going to take a shot. So anytime you fight a Seara, we're going to work on the second team. Me, personally, I like to bring a Rina, because Rina can take Seara. My Rina's not great. I mean, she's pretty beefy, but runes aren't max. She's really only used for this purpose. So we're going to bring out our Rina to tank the Seara. From that point on, we're trying to figure out how to burn things down, outburn them through this ridiculous healing and shield. With Arena, I usually like to bring a Perna, just because we get the passive heals to the Rina. And I think a Monkey makes a lot of sense, because that'll give me the defense break that I need to actually land a kill. So that's kind of my thought there. The Monkey, the Perna, and the Rina is what I'm going to go for my second team. The first team, though, is a lot trickier. In terms of sustain, they only have the heal from the Panda, but the Panda needs some sort of tank, because that thing is out of control. But if I bring fire to try to all fire, to kind of mitigate its damage a little bit, then the Varad's just going to go nuts. So it's kind of a tricky situation. I'm kind of tempted to go with this all-win team that I use quite a bit for any time I'm in trouble. This is not I don't think this is a situation where I can just burn it down unless they're all super high on defense. Maybe I could try it. It might not go well. I could try bombers, basically. I could trying to eliminate the threat in 1 turn. So if we were going to do that, we would do this, and we would do Triton. And I think all these guys would get to move. Whoa, hi. There's a cat back there. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to do this. It's an all or nothing, and it probably will lead to a draw if I can't quite burn them down. But it's sort of an interesting team. Do I want the defense lead? I think I want the speed lead. Gosh, I don't think it's going to work, but we're going to give it a try. Okay, here we go. It's worth a try, because then if it does work, then when I see these sort of defensive, tanky, ridiculous teams, I'll have a game plan. So we're going to remove all the goodies. All right, that doesn't affect our bombs. So perfect situation. We landed the double bomb. Now who needs the second hit? I think probably the Panda. They're usually built with a little bit of HP. So we're going to go with the Panda. And also the Panda's the sustain. So if the Panda sticks around, that's where I'm in the worst trouble. So looking at how that damage went, technically the Wedge at was the one that had the most HP, since we didn't burn down the Varad with 1 bomb. But the fact that Panda is down turn 1 is great. I feel much better than I did choosing this comp going in. And if I can just get rid of that Varad. Okay, so I got another choice here on landing a bomb. I think the Varad is the one that needs it. Even if he gets 1 turn of his ridiculousness in. I think that pretty much guarantees we won't have to deal with him next turn. Okay, great. So I don't use my bombers much in Guild Wars because they're all or nothing. You get 1 turn, you have no sustain. But if they're going to do that against teams that I have trouble with, like this team, then maybe I'll do them much more often. Okay, so there's no point in hitting the Seara with the defense break, so we'll take a look at this thing and see how tanky it is. Oh, it's not very tanky. That's nice. So we'll follow into a Perna. Oh my gosh, that was lucky. Maybe not lucky, though. Maybe it was more of a rune issue. Yeah, that light's a little better. Okay, so we are ahead of where I expected to be at this point on this battle. I did not expect to not have to deal with that light Chasun. I thought we maybe see a little more action out of her. And now we can just work on the Seara. Both my fire monsters have stuns. Both of them have enough DPS to get through that shield. Seara's down. And now we're just working on this dude. Perna's into his second life. Be nice if he didn't actually die, but we'll see. If he's going to have heal block on him, there's not really a lot I can do. Working on this guy. And almost done. Cats everywhere. Alright, got the defense break, and Perna's going to finish it off. Okay, so that went really well. I did not expect both those fights to go as well as they did, so might be a runing type thing, might just be something else, I don't know. Alright, who else do we want to fight? Let's look for something interesting. Somebody that's got a little bit of HP too. Oh gosh, this second team looks crazy. That might be fun. Okay, this looks okay. The Ritesh though, I don't know. That could be tricky. Looking for something that would be fun. Ooh, damn. Ooh, Light Panda. Interesting. That team's gonna be crazy. Okay, we could try this. So this has got your kind of standard Kamoon, Chasun, Theo team on the bottom. And for those, I usually bring this, or I'll swap out the Eladriel for a Okeanos to get some stuns in there. This is the safer version. It just takes longer. The Okeanos is a little bit faster, but then if things go wrong, it's risky. The bottom team, I think I want to... It's 2 tanks and an Orion, so I can try to match tank for tank. I can try to out-nuke their tanks, which can be a little risky. Or I can try to just control them and bring them down at a normal pace. They're not going to have any buffs, so I don't need any buff removal. I mean, I might bring it, but I don't need it. But they also don't have any buff removal of their own. So if I wanted to try to nuke, I could feel pretty safe that my buffs are going to stay up for at least a little bit. So let's see, what would be a good nuke? I think I want to bring... If I bring water, though, that monkey's going to lay into it. Maybe Perna. Gosh, maybe the monkey again, huh? That monkey worked really well. But then this, to me, is more of a sustain kind of a thing. Their only sustain is the Kumar. But I don't know that I can out-sustain this. So my question here is, do I want to bring like a Praha or something to give it a little more sustain? I think I'm going to try it as is. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I could bring safer, more reliable teams, but to me, you know, if you know you've got the win guaranteed, then you might as well try to learn something. So I'm not going to be able to get any sort of defense break, so I'm going to save that. The question is who to work on. I think the win unit makes the most sense because they're going to crit it more, they're going to hit it harder, and he's not going to counter stun them by attacking something else. Now, maybe if I get a defense break or something like that, I'll change my mind, but for now, I think the win unit's the call. Alright, so now we're looking for a kill here. Defense breaks up. Oh, not quite. Maybe we can land a heal block so he didn't get a heal. Nope, he's going to get a heal. Yep. Too bad. Perna should have the big hit coming up this time, so we'll hopefully get that in there. Let's see. Perna's going to go. Maybe I'll try to stun this guy. Nope. Oh, and I did get countered. Not quite. Oh, got a lucky violent proc. Alright, so that's the end of the monkey. Now we're going to move on to Kumar. Perna's on second life. And we're just going to work on Kumar here. Yeah, since getting the Monkey King, it's been nice because he's a bruisery fire monster with defense break, and he just gets stronger and stronger. Ruining him was a little tricky, and I'm bummed he's not on Violent, but he's on a really good broken set, like a really good broken set. All right, well, that's it for Perna. That's too bad. Let's see if I can't get a kill here before he catches a heal. Monkey's powering up. All right. And I think we can auto from here. So a tough team. I kind of matched Bruiser for Bruiser, the shield of Bastet. I would say sort of the unexpected MVP. That was giving me most of my sustain, along with Perna a little bit. Oh man, here's how this team starts. Oof, they always start so hardcore. So my thought here is going second's never fun against a Theo team, and if the Theo had taken another turn, I would have lost a unit. So my next play immediately is to start stunning the Theo with the bombs. Like, getting the kills with the bombs is not as important as robbing him of turns, because anytime he takes a turn, it seems like he's highly likely to take 2. And if he takes 2, it's a problem. especially with the Commune. If he takes 3, it's devastating. So I have to start trying to limit his turns. Eladriel's working on those debuffs. We're just trying to control this Theomars until we get a lucky series of events that is able to burn him down. And that's how I deal with these teams. These sorts of teams are sort of my bread and butter. I feel like they're almost my responsibility within the guild, since I can handle them pretty well. I don't know. I'm sure most people handle them fine, but they're kind of my jam. The heal block on the... So look, I've got 2 bombs now. I'm going to leave them both on because that's robbing him of 2 turns if the stuns land. So I'm going to let them ride. Even though I could get a quick kill, it's way better to let him catch a full heal than to let him get a second turn, I think. So Eladriel had heal block for a little bit, but that went away. That was good. We're in the same situation. We're just loading him up with turns and turns of bombs. And the good thing is if he catches a violent, he also gets the other bomb. So this is also how I deal with Laikas if I'm going to bomb them. Because 2 bombs that are in sync on Laika don't do anything more. It's better to let them hit one after another. So these are just how these fights go. They're slow. There's shields. It's just kind of a battle of attrition. And I think with all 3 of my units tanky, I think I have the upper hand in this sort of a situation. All right, so in this situation, I would normally bomb another unit, but I'm going to put it on Theo because this is not the end for him. You know, just having him on Endure that's not game over. So we still need to act as if he's still a huge problem because he is. So there's 1 turn. Didn't get a second, so not as big of a deal. Though the Commune can really crush when he gets his chance with his skill that heals him when he goes into a defense broken unit. So he just resisted the stun off the bomb, which is a problem, and that's why Eladriel's here. Even one little thing going his way for a Theo can just be gross. So I have to kind of build in something for any eventuality. At this point, if I get a couple bombs, I'll go ahead and detonate because he's lost his Endure. So it's time to finish him off. We just have 1 bomb though, so it's not worth it. Seara's looking a little low. Need to get a Fallen Blossoms in, otherwise I'm dealing with another heal. Hopefully he will not resist his stun this time, and he didn't. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and detonate this one and hope it's enough. Yep, good. So now we're in good shape here. Often at this point, I'll just auto once everyone's up because they're going to work on Chasun. It's going to take a while, and then they'll move on to Commune. So if you happen to have Eladriel, then you probably also have Chasun. And then I like Seara, but really any sort of tanky DPS unit paired with those 2, it's really a safe counter for Theo. I would run an Ethna, maybe, if my Ethna was as tanky as I'd like her and skilled up. I think an Ethna could work. Potentially a Charlotte. A Charlotte might have a little more turn denial for the group, but less for Theo specifically. Theo's just gross, you know? You can run a Theo against him, and theoretically it should work, but it's just who out procs. So this team is basically trying to mitigate procs, and as you saw, he still got a kill. I just was able to get a revive. So we're almost there. You know, it seems like whenever she gets low, she'll fall and blossom, so we just gotta wait, hang out, let her do her thing. Yeah, you can see how long these battles take. So if I were to bring an Okeanos in place of the Eladriel, you get a little more control for everybody. You get the early reset on Theo. You get Theo reset much earlier. And so sometimes those matches go a little faster, but then a lot of times, you know, they're risky. You can end up in a loss, which is no fun. These are pretty guaranteed. They just take a while. Especially when my Seara is so tanky, it doesn't hit that hard. So if I wanted to, I could switch between targets. Actually, maybe I'll manual this a little bit. Because when she detonates the bombs instantly, you don't get the burst that you want. Ideally, you detonate multiple bombs on the same turn to really burst her down, but the AI won't do that. So we'll take over here and see if we can't speed it up for you guys. The Eladriel's buff removal is also really, really handy. Alright, so we're going to let that one lie. And hopefully lap her so we can get another one on her. There we go. Ah, it didn't land. Bummer. Well, if we're going to proc, we might be in good shape anyway. Don't need any heals. Seara, not quite. Well, gosh, these haven't landed in a while. I guess it's got pretty good resist. Got her all glanced up. And she heals. I'll put on auto on the Anubis and just switch back and forth to deny the Fallen Blossom. We'll switch back and forth. It's another thing I'll do against Anubis. You know, you slowly whittle both units down. The Fallen Blossoms doesn't really come into play. And then she'll only catch heals from her Muse. Just takes a while. That's the only... I mean, that's, I think, why people run the defenses. It takes a while, but just takes so long to make things happen. Bomb. We'll switch back. Because we're going fast enough that it seems like we're getting 2 bomb opportunities per her move. It just seems like it. I'm sure that's not exactly correct, but it feels like we're going fast enough that we have a little bit of flexibility with our targets. So we'll switch back. Got them both at half. Oh, he took a big hit. But see, a smaller Falling Blossom. Much bigger fan of that. We should stay on her. Oh, there's the Muse. Okay. So we'll switch back again. Because he's not going to be shielding himself, and hopefully he'll be taking the bomb hits. So just letting the AI run this show, and we'll pick the targets. Tiny Fallen Blossoms. So she's just relying on her Muse now, since she doesn't have a partner in crime here. Ooh, Unicorn. The Wind One. Heard good things. Haven't really seen it in action that much. Oh, maybe I'll take a risk. See if I can't burn it down. Because she's so close. Oh, that looks pretty good. Alright, we'll switch back. Because if it's going to detonate, it's going to detonate. Boom. There it is. So, took a little shenanigans back and forth to burn them both down, but once the threat's down, the match is over. It's just a matter of waiting it out. So I could see an Ethna being more interesting here in certain situations because it has the defense break, so you don't have to constantly wait. But, yep. Alright, that's match 2. Let's look for a third match. Who do we want? Ooh, Ethna Theo. Interesting. I like the concept of this Barb King here, too. Kind of like that a lot. We might come back to that one. Wat Pot. And then that's the one with all the crazy units. The Huadam. The Bastet. You see a lot of the same units, but the combinations are... I feel like they're pretty interesting. Like, people are doing a good job mixing it up. I kind of like this one. I want to try to mess with this Fuko. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, so Wind Monkey King. We need a tank. It's the same as Seara. We bring Rina, always. He's only going to hit that Rina if we bring 2 fire units to go with it. This is not an easy team. We're just going to put Laika in there for now as a placeholder. Alright, on the bottom team, I kind of want to try to just nuke it down, which means Bastet and either Teor or Theo. I think Teor packs a little more of a punch, but then you don't get the defense break. I'm going to get to go first here, because none of them are going to be faster. So I could leave Seara on the sidelines and bring another damage dealer, but I don't think... Well, maybe... I'm trying to think with that Fuko, the Teor isn't going to be as effective. Maybe the Laika needs to come down here. Yeah. Maybe we'll bring the Laika as a second damage dealer. And if we do Laika Theo, then we don't have any elemental disadvantage against anyone, really. So that I think that's what I want to go with there. And the order will be Bastet, Theo, Laika, which is nice. We'll do crit just to make sure we always crit. Alright, let's go look at that top team. A little passive healing would be nice, but Perna's down, because this could take a while. We're looking at lots of heal blocks from the two, from Orion and Kamoon, which is kind of a bummer. So how do we deal with heal blocks? Chasun, almost always. And do I like that Monkey King as my sole DPS? I kind of do. I haven't really tried him in that role, but I think he's suited for it. He's got the defense break. He's got the stun. So we're going to try it. I haven't tried him in this capacity, so it'll be interesting. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. Because it's always tricky when you only bring one damage dealer and a Rina. Because the Rina is not there for all aspects. She's there to let you not die while you work. Gosh, she took a big hit too. That monkey hits hard. So we missed our defense break. Which is sort of unusual. But Rina's already in mid-season form. So we're going to let her do her thing. We're just going to keep working on this monkey. It looks like we might have to wait. Just in terms of how much I hit on that shield. In terms of like not doing anything. We might have to wait on the defense break to be able to punch through it. Or we might have to alternate between units. We'll just have to see. But we got glance on him. That feels pretty good. See if we can defense break this time. We do. So let's see what we can do into that defense break. She needs a heal. But maybe it needs to be this kind of heal. So that he can punch as hard as he can. Man, barely touched him, didn't we? That's not what I had hoped for. Alright, she can heal up. I think we're going to have to alternate between units again, which is not my favorite, but if that's what the shield's going to look like, we're not left with a lot of choices. Doing a good job resisting that little Orion so far. Alright, so we're going to work on this guy now. Do we need this? No, it's just going to go into a... If we can just move... Yeah, move the shield over. Excellent. And we'll just go back and forth. If we get stuns, it's going to be even easier. I don't think I want that just yet. It'll only heal the Rina. And the attack buff is good, but I think he'll get out of his defense break before my monkey gets a chance to hit into it. So it'll be an attack buffed into a non-defense broken unit. Okay, so you're high man on the totem pole. So we're going to go ahead and heal with Fallen Blossoms because we're defense broken. Rina's still doing her thing. You are the guy we're going after now. Is it worth it this time? No, I don't think so. I like to hold off on those heals because if you don't need it... I mean, the attack buff is good, but it might be in a situation where something goes sideways and I desperately need... Oh! Well, maybe this isn't going to go as well as I thought. That was a mean bit of hitting. Just the double wham into the Chasun. But it's our third battle, so we're going to play it out. And until it's just clearly gone, we'll give it a shot. Because my monkey's powering up, so maybe he'll have the opportunity to do something similar. I mean, we are hitting harder, but it's just we are heal blocked, and our poor little Rina's she's starting to show her age. She's getting roughed up here. Ah, monkey. All right. Yeah, that heal block's crushing us. So we held out for a little bit, but then the RNG just went away from us, and all right, we're going to put her on auto. We're going to see what she can do. So my goal here is maybe she can get into a draw. Maybe. We're going to give her the opportunity, but it seems highly unlikely with the amount of craziness coming in and the speed of the units she's facing. Yeah, there's no way. Nope. All right. She gave it her best shot. All right, so we're going to buff up, and we're going to start trying to kill something. So Chiwu looks like the target since Chiwu can be defense broken. Oh, missed all three. Bummer. Okay, so I don't think I want to put my second one into Chiwu. I want to work on the Theo. Yeah, nice crit. That is okay. You're still looking okay there, Laika. Shield's holding on Theo. Got the revenge. Gonna finish him up next time. There's the removal. Okay, so we might as well work on Chiwu now. Let's put that on Theo. So his one turn doesn't hurt quite as bad as it could. Oh, I'm sorry, his 2 turns. 3 turns? Just 2. Just 2. Alright, so looking at the turn order, I'm going to get a Theo turn, and then they're going to get 2 turns, and then I'm going to get a Bastet turn. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to use the Theo turn onto the Theo, or do I want to risk it and try to burn down another unit? It's a little risky, but I think I want to... Theo's my punch, so if I don't use... Oh, phone call. I'll have to get that later. If I don't use the punch effectively, I'm costing myself damage, and I only have so much damage to use. So I think that was the right call. because I've got a lot to burn down yet, and I think Chiwu is, while not a threat, he's a threat to what I want to do. He's gonna cost me my shields. He's gonna be stunning. So that's the order I like. And we've got the, oh my gosh, he hit so hard. We've got the advantage here, the elemental advantage, but if he's gonna hit like that across elements, I'm gonna be in some serious trouble. But with those dots, we're looking okay. Hold in there, shield. No, why 2 turns? All right. Is Theo gonna get another turn? I couldn't tell who was ahead in the attack bar. Ooh, man, that was tough. I want to see whose defense that was. 7 heaven, good defense, man. Especially that first team, just went off. So that was my guild battles against Lightning. I hope they were informative. I feel like, you know, when I'm going through guild battles, the real thing I'm hoping to be communicating is my thought process. I'm just talking out loud. What am I doing? How am I doing it? How am I picking teams? How am I using skills? So that's why I'm just sort of stream of consciousness talking about these fights. So hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll keep trying to get some guild battle content in the future. We'll get some more monkey content in the future. And we hope you guys keep coming around and hanging out. So I will catch y'all next time. Take care, everybody.